The queens walk in together with Bowie, Shigo, Pace Marangel, Rise and Claudine strutting in holding hands and then posing.
S
H
D
Y
Shady bitches.
Marceline rolls her eyes while the other girls laugh.
It's a new day in the workroom, and these bitches are annoying as fuck already. I see they even got a name for their little clique.
The shady ladies walk to the rest, and the girls congratulate Bowie for winning, and Shigo for being in the top again, except for Marceline and Bloom, who are still salty from last week.
I still think it's rigged. I was obviously the best, but that's fine since I'm gonna win this week instead. Just you wait.
Shigo asks the girls what challenges are they excited for. Rarity, Honey, Pastel and Claudine all say a design challenge, while Bowie, Amu, Chantal, Perry and Marceline all say an acting challenge. And lastly, Shigo, Mienshao, Rise and Bloom say a dance challenge.
I really want an acting or an art challenge since I want to redeem myself from last week. I had to let myself get distracted, and that's not going to happen again.
A producer comes in and tells the girls to get ready for a mini challenge. Perry the Platypus wins the mini challenge and will get an advantage.
I got the first mini challenge win of the season, which feels nice, and I will also get the advantage. I'm excited to see what that will be.
Ladies, to be Brazilian first Drag Race superstar, you will need to handle multiple responsibilities and jobs. Will you be able to do it?
The girls look confused and then Brazilian Miku walks in.
Ladies, now that the premiere is over, the competition is ready to start. For today's Maxi Challenge, you will be separate in 3 groups, 1 of 5 and 2 groups of 4, and will improv in skits with the prompt Workplace from Hell. Now, Perry, as the winner of the mini challenge, you will pick your team, and then the other 2 teams will be randomized. Who will you pick?
I'm actually excited to be picking my team since I won't end up with someone I don't like.
Perry picks Rise Kujikawa, Honey the Cat, Rarity and Marceline.
Oh, I didn't expect to be picked. I haven't really interacted with any of these girls before, so I'm excited to work with someone new. I am kinda sad I'm not on the same team as Amy.
Oh, he is so dumb. Picking 2 bitches they hate each other on the same team as you is such a big mistake.
For fuck's sake, I will have to work with Marceline. Is that platypus really that dumb? Anyway, I'm going to make it work.
Why did I pick the 2 bitches that hate each other, you may ask? Well, it's quite easy. The prompt is Workplace from Hell, and working with those 2 is just that. And I'm sure they can focus that energy into the skit.
Interesting picks. Your prompt will be Hell's Drag Diner. Now the other teams will be Shigo, Bowie, Amy Rose, and Bloom, and you will do Live from the Worst News Station ever.
This team is fun. I'm kinda glad I'm not with Honey as I feel like I would have been distracted. I'm excited to work with these 3.
I'm glad I get to work with Bowie since I feel really close with him. As for Bloom, I just hope she isn't salty anymore.
And the third team is Minshao, Chantal, Claudine Wolf, and Pastel Marine. And your prompt will be Airport Security Nightmare.
Are you kidding me right now? I'm on the same team as Mienshao? I just know you production did this on purpose.
He gives a nasty look at the camera.
I'm gonna beat the shit out of someone today.
With this team, I'm just hoping we won't be in the bottom. Chantal and Minshu hate each other, and I don't get the vibe from Pastel as someone good at improv.
And tonight runway theme is Viva la Carnival. Now racers, start your engine and may the best drag queen win.
They all separate in their groups. Group 1 is a table talking about the roles.
So there are 5 roles. We have the overworked manager that tries to keep everyone together, but is one breakdown from quitting. The disaster chef, which keeps setting stuff on fire, but insists they're a culinary genius. The waitress that hates their job, which constantly insults customer, but somehow doesn't get fired.
Perry hands Rarity the script to continue.
Kinda weird he gave me the script to read, but I guess he doesn't really like talking. Then we have the wannabe influencer busboy that live streams everything instead of working, and the nightmare customer that makes ridiculous demands and throws a fit when they are not perfect.
Perry says he is taking the busboy for himself because he wants to get out of his comfort zone and nobody complains. Honey then says she wants to play the chef.
I really think I can pull off this role since it reminds me of myself a lot, especially when I start something new.
Rarity says she would like the manager as the role speaks to her. Marceline then says she wants to play the waitress. But Rise says she also wants to play the waitress.
Of course, the idol cut wants the same role as me, but I won't back down.
Marceline says that she isn't backing down, and Rise says she isn't either. They get into a big fight, but Perry cuts their fight saying they don't have time to be fighting, and then says he is giving Rise the waitress role since the Karen would fit Marceline more. Rise and Honey laugh at the shade.
I swear to God, Marceline will take any chance to get into a fight with Rise. When Phineas and Ferb were younger than her, they were more mature than she is.
The shade. I'm living for it. Get her, Perry.
Marceline rolls her eyes and pounce, looking over her roll some more.
Calling me a Karen was uncalled for, but whatever, I'll make it work.
Group 2 are sitting at the couches while reading their script.
So we got the TV station skit, which is quite fun. I really hope there won't be much fighting, but with Bloom and Bowie here, I doubt it. So, the roles are the news anchors with a scandalous secret who keeps getting distracted by their own drama, the weatherman who is always wrong and gets offended when people correct him, the field reporter stuck in a ridiculous situation who is trying to report but is constantly interrupted, and the clueless intern who's running the teleprompter and accidentally puts embarrassing stuff on.
Looking at the roles, the field reporter and the weatherman catch my eye, but I'll see what the others girls say they want before I pick between the two.
Amy says that she wants to be the field reporter because she was safe last week and would like to get some attention from the judges. Bloom complains, saying she wants that role, but Shigo and Bowie agree with Amy, and Bowie says that majority wins, which annoys Bloom.
They're trying to sabotage me, I just know it.
Bowie says that he will take the news anchor, and Shigo says she takes weatherman, leaving Bloom with the clueless intern, which she complains about. But Amy says to suck it up.
OFC Miss, I'm the main character, will complain so much. I'm not even surprised with the diva reputation she has.
Oh wow, Bloom really got on Amy's nerves, and that takes talent. I mean, I heard that Amy has some anger issues, but still, she seems so sweet.
Group 3 stays at a table looking over the script.
So our group has the airline skit, which isn't my favorite to be honest, but we have to make what we have work. And what we have is a team made out of me and Claudie, who are friends, and then we have Chantal and Minshu, who hate each other.
So the available roles for this are the overly aggressive TSA agent that thinks they are a detective and interrogates everyone, then the suspicious passenger that acts shady but swears they are innocent. Then we have the Karen who is late for her flight, who demands VIP treatment and threatens to sue, and the useless supervisor who keeps making stuff worse instead of helping.
Pastel Meringue immediately says he wants to play the Karen because he thinks the role will be funny to play.
I know I can play the Karen role perfectly. I'm already arrogant and full of myself.
Claudine nods and then says she wants to play the TSA agent. But Mienshao complains and says she would like to play that role. Claudine says to vote, and Mienshao says she doesn't find that fair because Pastel is her friend and Chantal, and he aren't close either.
I swear to fucking God I will beat the crap out of that musty-ass dog. You don't play with me, bitch. Go fetch a stick instead.
Claudine says that she doesn't care and asks the other two to vote, and they both say Claudine should play that role. Claudine chuckles and gives herself the role. Mienshao, fuming, starts yelling, but they ignore him.
My God, I need a drink if I have to handle this bitch all day.
Chantal asks if she can play the suspicious passenger, and Claudine agrees. When Mienshao calms down, he sits down and starts reading more on his role.
I fucking hate this team, but I don't want to be in the bottom, so I'll rather just read more on this role to see what I can do to make it funny.
The girls are doing their makeup and talk with each other. When Rarity asks the girls for how long they've been doing drag, Marceline says that she has been doing drag for about 10 years and that it was something she wanted to do way earlier, but she didn't want to be judged by others. But then she started talking again with someone she used to date, and she helped her get over her fear, and now they are happily married.
If it wasn't for Bonnie, I would have never gotten the courage to actually start doing drag. I miss you, babe, but I know you were rooting for me back home.
Marceline started crying, thinking about Bubblegum, saying that she misses her a lot. Rarity and Chantal go to hug her.
I have become really close with Marceline this past week, and I hate to see her crying like that.
Once Marceline stops crying, Bowie says that he started doing drag 7 years ago when he was 15, and he started doing drag way before getting on Total Drama, but didn't show it, because a lot of people he knew wouldn't have accepted him, especially his father, who still doesn't know he does drag. Claudine asks him how he thinks he would react when he finds out Bowie is on the show, and Bowie looks away for a moment before saying that his father won't find out because he isn't into this stuff at all, and then he goes silent, and the girls take it as a sign to not ask further.
I can feel there is something extra there, but I don't know what it is, but I can see it's a sensible topic for Bowie, so I won't push further.
Bowie going silent is something you rarely see. He looks really sad, and I can just tell he doesn't have a good relationship with his father. And I can relate quite a lot with him in that department.
Amy says she has been doing drag for about 15 years, and Shigo says she also been doing drag for 15 years. They both laugh, seeing they both been doing drag for the longest time.
I first started doing drag when I was on a mission with Sonic, and we had to go undercover. It's a really sweet memory I have with him.
Pastel Meringue calls them both grandmas, and then says he has been doing drag for 3 years, and he started doing drag at the same time as his frenemy Currant Cream Cookie. Claudine says she has started doing drag around 6 years ago while she was in high school. She then adds that she started doing drag with her beasties.
I really miss Monster High. Since after graduating, I haven't kept in much contact with a lot of people I was friends with, except for my closest friends, my ex Venus and my new girlfriend Torlay.
Hello, my darlings, and welcome to Cartoon Drag Race Brasil. I'm your seconding host, Brazilian Miku, and let's welcome our judges. First, we have our local basic Latina girl with family issues. It's Mirabelle Madrigal. And we have the Malibus local bimbo, Teresa. And also our extra judge, a random-ass McDonald's worker, because today's episode was expensive and we didn't have any budget left for the judges, so I let Teresa pick a guest. Judge ... Now, this week we had our girls make a skit in the theme Workplace from Hell, and the runway theme is Viva La Carnival. Now, racers, start your engines and may the best drag queen win.
Bowie slayed the challenge.
I was hilarious in that skit. I played that role amazingly, and Miku nearly died from laughing. What more could you ask for?
Rise Kujikawa, Amy Rose, Bloom, Chantal and Shigo had a great performance.
I'm actually quite pleased with how well we worked off each other. Bloom may have been salty for getting a role she didn't want, but she still did amazingly in that performance, and me with Amy played off each other so great. It was such a fun time.
I wasn't going to let some sabotage take my chances of being in the top. I guess playing with that twink wasn't that bad, especially since I got to embarrass his character in the skit, which I adored.
And for the second time into weeks, Marceline gives a bottom-worthy performance, while I give a top-worthy one. It's just the way it is. To be fair, she did do a decent job as well. Just as last week, nobody necessarily did bad.
Perry, Rarity, Pastel Meringue, Claudine, Marceline, Mienshao and Honey the Cat had a good performance.
I think my team is in danger except for Rise. I just hope I can be at least safe.
I think I ate that up. Stares at camera, smiling. I'm kidding, I think I was the worst in the challenge, but I'm not going home tonight.
Bowie, Bloom, Rise Kujikawa, Shigo, Claudine, Pastel Meringue and Rarity slayed the runway.
I'm owning this runway up. I have a gorgeous cunty lion tamer costume with actual gold on it. I'm living my carnival fantasy.
I'm stepping right up to the cutest carnival on the runway. Surfing sugar, sparkle, and a whole lot of fun. This look is a cotton candy dream with a twist of big top glamour. Sweet, sassy, and ready to steal the show.
I'm giving you circus lion tamer realness. I have my fur painted in a light gray color and my clothes are darl and chic. I look amazing.
Amy Rose, Chantal, Honey the Cat, Marceline and Perry the Platypus had a great runway.
I'm walking down this runway as an actual lion being tamed. I crawled down this runway feeling my own.
Mienshao had a bad runway.
I'm serving you circus realness. I'm dressed like one of those people that sell food at circuses, and I'm owning this stage. I look absolutely stunning, and this look will guarantee a place in the top.
Now, ladies, you will be judged in teams, and for the bottom team, one of two of you will be safe. When I call you name, please step forward. Rise Kujikawa, Mienshao, Honey the Cat, Chantal, Pastel Meringue, and Claudine Volf. You ladies are safe, and you may go on top.
Bullshit. The judges are full of bullshit. They can't even judge correctly. And there is quite literally a McDonald's worked at that judging panel.
I should have been in that top, but my team brought me down, which is so annoying.
Now, girls, you represent the tops and bottoms of the week. Now for the judges' critiques, starting with Marceline.
So Marcelini, you had the nightmare customer, and you did just that, but you didn't expand on it. And it ended up being one note, if you get what I mean.
Now, I think this look is really great. It fits you really greatly, and I can see you in it. But when everyone looks so good as they do with this runway, we simply want more, because compared to everyone else that is on stage, in this moment, you do have the worst look. It's not bad by any means, but it just isn't as good as the others.
Shago, please step forward.
I absolutely loved you in your group skit. You had amazing dynamic with Amy, and your characters relied quite a lot on each other. And you two had a really good chemistry.
You were so good in that. You have been in this industry for so long, and it can be seen so much this week with the amount of natural charisma you have. Bowie, please step forward. Bowie, what can I even say about your performance other than you would have paid for my hospital if I died from all the laughter? You were absolutely amazing in that skit.
I actually think you were quite unfunny. I didn't laugh once, and I absolutely hate your look tonight.
Who does this bitch think she is? Honey, you are a McDonald's worker. Why is this bitch even here, dot? Wait, is that Miku? Sorry, Mother Brazilian Miku, for interrupting the judges, but I just don't think our guest judge should be talking when they work at McDonald's. And even then, she really doesn't, because that's Hatsu Miku.
Brazilian Micus turns to look at the guest judge again, and her eyes widen. She then gets up wanting to jump her, but Mirabelle holds her back, while Brazilian Miku is trying to escape Mirabelle's hands angrily. Mirabelle yells for security to take Hatsune Miku away, which they quickly do. 1 minute after Brazilian takes a deep breath and Mirabelle lets her go, she then sits back down and looks at the queens.
I'm sorry for the interruption, and thank you, Bowie, for pointing that out. Let's get back to the judging. Rarity, please step forwards.
So, this runway is absolutely gorgeous, and probably one of my favorites of all time from any franchises. You are serving Lion Tamer realness, and I'm here for it. Now, about your challenge performance. You were playing it safe, which this early on in most other seasons would be fine. But when everyone is bringing it, they're all and everyone does. Good safe is not enough.
Amy, please step forward.
You absolutely came to life in this challenge, and I want to see you bring that same energy in every challenge. You landed every joke you made, and the chemistry you had with Shago was a joy to watch. Amazing job this week.
If I'm being honest, I was a bit disappointed with your performance last week, as you were such a big name in the drag world, and this week you did yourself justice. Bloom, please step forward.
So you played the intern, and you were really funny. Most of your scenes were with Bowie, which was so big in the challenge, but you didn't let yourself fade in the background, which is really impressive.
And this outfit looks so good on you. And you are one of the few that went fully with the Brazilian culture of carnivals. And I just have to give extra credits to that.
And finally, Perry, please step forward. So you played the busboy, which was the smallest role of the skit, and all your scenes were with Rise, who just took all the spotlight and left you to fade in the background.
Now your runway is really great tonight. It fits you great in all the right places, but I think you could have went more into it. Do something bigger and fun.
Okay, ladies, while you untuck in the workroom, me and the judges will make some decisions.
This is Untucked.
The safe girls walk in and sit down on the couches. Rise asks the other girls who they think will be in the bottom, and Chantal replies saying that she thinks Marceline might be in the bottom.
I love my sister Marceline, but she really was the worst in the challenge.
Claudine then says she thinks Perry will also be in the bottom because his performance wasn't as good as the others, and that he did this with his own hands for picking Rise and Marceline, who obviously hate each other, and Rise nods.
It was really dumb for Perry to pick me and Marceline to be on the same team as him, because we made it very obvious that we hate each other.
Rise then says that this week is another one to show that she is better than Marceline, since she was able to get past their hatred and even use it in the skit while she couldn't at the same extent. Then she adds that if it wasn't for this challenge being judged in teams, she would have been in the top. Claudine says after that, she would have been if it was a top 4, because Rise did better than Bloom but not Amy, Shigo and Bowie. Rise then says that she hears her and understands her point, but she disagrees. but that's just her opinion.
Oh, please stop with the congenial shit. I know for a fact if those two weren't friends that would have ended up in a big fight.
Pastel Meringue then adds that he is surprised Rarity could also be in the bottom, and Mienshao asks him, who does he think should have been there in place of Rarity? And Pastel Meringue immediately says, Honey. Honey, shocked, asks to why. And Pastel Meringue says that Rarity had a better runway and performance, and Honey rolls his eyes.
Oh, please. If it wasn't judged in teams, his ass would have been there. Instead, since his performance was boring. He is just a mannequin queen that is rude to others to make himself feel better.
Honey then adds that Pastel got lucky. This was judged in teams because otherwise it would be him against Mienshao on that stage.
Did I hear that correctly? Or this basic-ass cat girl just said my name, not the Move Sister?
Mienshao then tells Honey to shut up because she is just a mannequin queen that apparently can't even do her job correctly. Annoyed Honey then yells at Mienshao, telling her that she isn't the one to talk when her runway was shit, and that her performance was shit, and that she can't even do her makeup correctly. Mienshao mad yells back at Honey, and they get into a big argument.
Not even surprised Mienshao got into an argument in the second week. She does the same thing back home when she doesn't like someone that's on a lower ranking than her.
While Honey and Mienshao are fighting, Pastel Meringue asks the other girls who they believe will win with everyone saying Bowie, and they all laugh and go back to watching the fight while sipping their drinks, quickly after the other girls walk in. Untucked welcomed by fighting.
So we are walking into Untucked, and what's the first thing we see? Honey and Mienshao yelling like crazy at each other. This is something else.
Shigo steps between them and yells at both of them to stop, because this is extremely unprofessional, and they are both better than this. Mienshao rolls her eyes and sits down, while Honey looks down and sits.
I kind of feel bad for Honey. I can see she is on the verge of crying and my heart just breaks for her.
Claudine sits down next to Honey and pats her on the back. Honey gives her a smile and then looks at the other girls.
That was so nice of Claudine to do. I don't like being yelled at like that. It brings me back to some bad times, so I really appreciate Claudine.
Pastel asks the girls what did the judges say. Bowie gives them a sad look and says the judges thought his performance was shit, and that his look was shit, and that he is a shitty drag queen. The safe queens look surprised for a moment, before Amy laughs and says that the only thing full of shit is he, and Bowie also starts laughing with her saying that he was just joking.
Not Amy calling me out like that. She is such a bitch. Just kidding. Love you, sister.
Amy then says that the judges loved her performance as well, and that they really liked her look. Bloom then says that they absolutely loved her. And then she says that she is for sure getting this win after being robbed last week.
Oh please, the only thing she was robbed last week was being in the bottom. Still don't know how she was in the top with that boring verse.
Everyone rolls their eyes, and then Shigo says that they also loved her and especially loved her chemistry with Amy.
I really liked working with Amy. She is just the sweetest and so easy to work with.
Marceline was sitting annoyed in a corner with Rarity, and Marceline and Rise asks her what the judges thought. Marceline goes off at Rise saying that it's all her fault, and Perry's she performed so badly because they didn't give her the role she wanted. Perry annoyed yells at Marceline, which surprised the girls.
I didn't expect that from Perry, if I'm being honest, but it seems Marceline really annoyed him.
After he is the reason I did poorly, he also has the nerve to get mad at me and yell at me. The audacity, ridiculous, absolutely ridiculous.
Marceline starts fighting with Perry harder, insults and swear words being thrown left and right.
This is really entertaining. I didn't expect Perry to be holding so much anger, but it seems Marceline really pissed him off.
This is genuinely unexpected from Perry. He is known as the calmest Disney queen. I never heard anyone making him this mad.
The fight nearly gets physical before Amy uses her Pico Pico hammer and slams the space between them, scaring both of them. Amy says that this is getting ridiculous and that both of them should get a grip already because they are grown-ass adults.
Is she allowed with that thing here?
Yeah.
Didn't expect that, to be honest. Low-key sick.
My god, that scared the shit out of me. How the fuck was she allowed with that thing on set, but I wasn't allowed with a phone?
Perry and Marceline sit down silent, and Amy thanks them. Amy then turns to Rarity and asks her if she wants to tell the others what the judges thought of her. Rarity nods and says that they didn't appreciate that she was playing safe, but really liked her runway, after the queens all go silent for a few minutes just sipping their drinks before production tells them to go to the main stage.
That really shocked me, and I think all the other queens as well.
Ladies, we made some decisions. Bloom, you are safe. You may join the other girls.
I heard that face crack from the back off the stage. My god.
She just looks at the camera with the annoyed smile.
Bowie, your secret keeper news anchor got us gagging. Shago, your wheelchair man, made us question how we are downstairs. Amy Rose, your field reporter, got us crying and laughing. Bowie, congratulations. You are this week's challenge winner.
2 wins in the first 2 episodes. Let's go!
Amy Rose, Shago, you are both safe. You may all go to the back of the stage.
Would have loved to get a win, but Bowie really deserved it.
Marceline, your Karen made us want to call a manager. I'm sorry, my dear, but you are up for elimination.
This is so annoying. I hope that Platypus will be next to me so I can send his ass home.
Rarity, your manager made us want more, but your runway made our jaws drop. Perry, your busboy, made us want to close the stream ... Rarity, you are safe, which means Perry, I'm sorry, my dear, but you are up for elimination.
I'm ready to give that vampire bitch some manners and to show these girls to not underestimate me.
The time is coming for you to lip sync for your life. Good luck, and don't fuck it up.
The lip sync song is The Edge of Glory by Lady Gaga.
I don't even know where to look. They are both eating this lip sync up, and I hate that because I want both gone.
I hate to say it, but Marceline is destroying that lip sync. I didn't even know she can lip sync like that.
Marceline and Perry the Platypus had a great lip sync.
Ladies, I made a decision. Perry the Platypus. Marceline, Shantae, you both stay. You can both go on to hopefully slay the competition.
They both look shocked and thank Miku for the second chance.